Well, good morning. I don't know what time it is there. It's 10:39 down here. I think it should be about 11:39 up there, hopefully, depending on where you are, because it differs minutes by minutes, and you think your clock is wrong and you don't know. I don't use the atomic clock, so don't worry about it. All right. Now, I haven't. I think I told you yesterday I had been trying to get a hold of Social Security and I gave up. I called them 30 times yesterday. The phone was busy. I called at midnight last night. The phone is busy. So I'm considering that the fact that they're running scared or they're just not there, and I'm screwed. So here's one of the things you have to understand. Okay. Is the total disregard that the administration and politicians have for older people. Now, you're saying, how do you know this? Well, for one thing, you look at the Musk's plan to move to Mars. That's following the movie Rollerboard. He plans to establish a colony on Mars of ruling class people. And then they'll divide the planet up down below, like some people are talking about right now. You have the Americas, you have Europe, and you have Asia. I think those are the three that they're thinking about. Might be a fourth one, I'm not sure. I forgot how many there were because they divided it by I think they use the countries they put the country like Japan in charge of industry and whatnot, and that was Asia. So it's a little hard to figure out, but never mind. Go watch the movie. The point I'm making is that you send these people up there. They're the older people, and you say, well, wow, they care about older people. No, they don't. Okay. The reason they don't care about the average older person is because that person doesn't generate anything except dust in most cases. If you're on Social Security, you're not generating anything. You're not generating income because they're going to not tax Social Security anymore, and I don't understand why they're doing that. But anyhow, they're saying to you that you're not worth anything. What do? You take, you don't give. And who do you give it to if you do give? You give it to the rich people. So it's rich people don't care about old people, even though most of the rich people are relatively older, if not senior citizens. They're close to it. Trump's a senior citizen. He's my age. I just turned 79 yesterday. Forgot to tell you it was my birthday. But, he doesn't care. He'll take away your sources of income, and he'll take away anything and everything he can. What he wants, and what they eventually want, it won't happen in our lifetime. Not in Trump's, anyhow. And this is Musk's dream of the world, where he is emperor of the world, sitting up on Mars, and he's telling everybody down here, your job, we'll give you room, meager food, and some sort of entertainment, probably professional football or hockey, something violent to get the energy out of him. But your job basically now is to manufacture shit for us, because we're your benefactors and we're up on Mars, so you have to send us all the gasoline and fuel and everything else that we need, while you guys just live in a one room, whatever, and we'll let you go. Now, when you do that, you're saying that basically people's lifespan, from the ones down on Earth, which is now a supply depot for the rich and famous, you will get a lifespan of maybe 40 years, because after 40 years you're useless. And they're not going to give you hospitalization. They're not going to give you Medicare. They're not going to give you unemployment. They're not going to give you any of that anymore. So basically, if you're not able to work, you're done. So roughly you can be productive to about, depending on the particular job, to around 40. After that you slow down. You'll still be productive, but not as productive as somebody who's 20. So you don't, because of longevity, you don't get an increase in pay, you get a decrease in pay, housing and everything else, because now we have to put the 20-year-old in there. This is what I think is going to happen. All right? I think that's the direction that they would love to go. And I think you'll find a lot of the world agrees with that. So that wouldn't be such an astronomical deal. Now, setback this week because Musk's rocket blew up. You know, I don't know whether that was the one that was supposed to rescue the astronauts or not. He's got a couple of different types of rockets. I think that one, but that one was definitely designed to go to carry passengers to Mars. And the other, Bezos rocket is designed to carry supply packages to the moon. So I don't know, maybe he's going to conquer the moon. Oh, it's a much harsher landscape as far as I understand, but hey, to each his own. But if you're approaching Social Security and think you can retire, forget about it. Social Security helps people retire at the standard of living that they're at right now. Pensions don't necessarily do that, even if it's full salary. Your health insurance is going to be limited because the government's going to do away with a lot of it, Medicare, I said yesterday they're going to do away with food stamps. So, there's a nutritional gap now, as well as an age gap between those that have and those that don't, I tell you that I sit here and I'm talking about this, and it really makes sense when you think about their attitude, But you're saying, well, what about Trump? Well, it's a combination of elite and age. If you're already there, you're okay. If you're part of the elite, if you're part of the 1% that Musk and that group are capable of, then age doesn't matter because you can survive. What they're going to do, what they want to do, is take away the supplements that the government is giving you. Social Security, Medicare, food stamps, unemployment, welfare, all that's going to go. Welfare is a difficult thing to get rid of because that has to be done on a state level. Yeah, there's federal money involved, but a lot of it's state money, contributions. It's not going to happen. Most of the real painful stuff will happen right away, so that they can get the violence out of the way right away. They don't want to wait, 5-6 years and then have to have, executions and whatnot to institute their plan. They want to do that right away. They'll get that done try to get it done in the first 2 years, because if they don't, there's going to be a lot of politicking going on, and just maybe, America can survive. If not, if they're able to institute all the programs that they want to, and all the cuts, and they're getting rid of everything, and they've already, the Doge supporters have already said they're going after Social Security. So once that's all done, you don't have any money left, and you're sitting around and you're poor. You don't have money to buy ammunition to go start a revolution. So, you don't have money for anything, and that's what they want. They want to basically disable you so that you can't do anything. That's their little secret, I guess, that they don't want anybody to know, is how they're going to control all 300 million people. Well, first of all, they don't need 300 million people. All right? They need females, and then that's the other thing. He said, he said telling women to have kids. Well, they're gonna pick and choose what women have kids, and that's going to cause some problems, and should piss off some people, but we'll see what happens there. Because again, it's going to come down to what do you do? It's not what we can do to help you, it's what you can do to make us richer and keep us alive longer. You know, and I'm not talking about me. I'm not an elite. Okay, I'm on Social Security. I live on it. It's the only thing that keeps me alive. Take that away from me, I have no income whatsoever. I have a total of about $5,000 in the bank, and that's it. I'm done. You know, I'm at 79 years old. I can't do anything anymore. My experience is physical labor, or restaurant work, and neither one of those I'm capable of doing right now. So I don't know what's going to happen to me. And I'm not alone like that. There's my wife, the same thing. She can't go back to work. She's got some physical problems. Now, I don't know everybody that's on Social Security down here, but most of the people I run into are well over 60 years old, and they're either, you know, they're not going back to work if they don't have, if they have their pensions plus Social Security, then they're going to be fine, but they're going to lose a big chunk of money every month. So their pensions aren't going to last as long as they would have lasted with Social Security. And again, it's this disdain that the government and people can't understand that. They say, well, these are people our age. Trump is my age. And he is my age. He's 79 years old. And they say, well, how can he go around doing this to people his age? Because he doesn't care about anybody but himself. And that's what you have in office now. That's why these people are willing to kiss his ass no matter what, because all they care about is keep going with what they've got. They don't want to lose what they have, you know. And that's a sad state of affairs. But that's the way it is. And I don't know what's going to happen. I've got a vague idea what's going to happen, but I'm not going to say anything because it's an opinion. But and I don't want to get, you know, people thinking that I think a certain way, because I can change my mind if something better comes, you know, something shows up that, you know, makes me want to do something differently. I have the ability to change my mind. But I mean, you've got so many factors. If you were to base what's going on a movie, you'd have to combine a lot of movies. You'd have to combine the movies Rollerball, and then with the artificial intelligence, you have to look at the movies, the Terminator movies. Okay, and Rollerball, those are two science fiction movies, and then you have to look at Handmaid's Tales. You have to decide there if there's if that's the way women are going to be treated, and that's the way he wants them to be treated, you know. And now, see, because he can't even grab pussy anymore because he's so damn old, he can't do a damn thing anymore. His dick died years ago, so Trump don't care anymore about that. So now he's up to, you know, you've got Vance says that, well, we'll just have sex with him to produce kids. You know, we don't have to worry about wearing a rubber anymore. That'll be great. Just produce the kids. But somehow along the other, they have to change the whole legal structure. Because right now, if you father a child, you're supposed to support that child. And Vance can't do it. Look at Musk. He follows it. He's doing the Handmaid's Tale routine. He's got 15 kids. I don't know how many women are involved in that. I forgot how many. They said they printed it one time. I know it's not 15 women because his last wife had 4 kids or something like that, 3 or 4 kids. So that screws up that deal that, you know, there. But anyhow, I don't know if you liked what I did today, you know, but I think I had this planned out in my mind, and it kind of got a little twisted there because I read a couple of articles I shouldn't have read or something, you know, some humor or something, and I forgot some of the stuff I was going to say. But if you dig this kind of thing, you know, where we sit around and we basically have a fireside chat more or less, and I'm doing the chatting, then do me a favor, go over and hit the subscribe button and like button. Right now, that'll keep me on air. You know, I don't know exactly what the plans are for stuff like this, but I'm sure they're not going to like having guys like me criticize them, you know, and they'll just basically blow me off because I don't. Well, he don't know nothing. He's not a politician. He's some old guy. We'll take a Social Security and fuck him, you know. So anyhow, look, subscribe to my channel, you know. It'll help me, not financially. It will not. At the moment, it takes a long time, and I don't think I'll be around long enough to put a plan together and everything to make money off of YouTube. What it does is it makes me feel good that there are people watching this. And if you can spread the word, get it out there, you know, maybe we can finally start some sort of movement to try and help, you know, stop Trump and his minions. Alright, or actually I think it's more like Musk and his minions, but we'll see what happens. Alright, listen. Thanks for listening, and I'll just hit the like button to while you're at it, and I'll see you tomorrow.